Hello, hello. Welcome to this evening's live stream or wherever you're watching from. If it's morning, afternoon, evening, or maybe it's even tomorrow if you're watching from places like Australia or Japan. My name is Ivy Prosper, and if this is your first time here, I often tell stories from Ghana, but overall, I'm about telling stories from Africa and the African diaspora. And this evening's live stream is all about Ghana's announcement of its December in Ghana events. Now, since 2019, this has been a big thing that people want to know what events are happening in Ghana during the month of December. The month of December is the top season for tourism in Ghana. That is when the most number of people travel to the country to visit and to experience the country. Now, Ghana has historically been known as a place that people go to in December. Typically, people who are from Ghana travel back home for the holiday season. And so December has always been a time when it was very festive. People were always coming, and it was typically Ghanaians coming home to visit. And it's been over the last 6, 7 years that the African diaspora has now patronized coming to Ghana for the holiday season. If you have joined this live, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to be here. Please do drop in the comments where you are watching from so I know where you are and I can give you a shout out for those of you who are here. Now, there is a QR code on the screen here. This is for PayPal. If you want to support the channel, you can scan and make your support via PayPal. It is hard work making content for you every single day to give you stories coming from the continent. Now, as I said, today is all about sharing information about December in Ghana. I talked about how people have been coming to Ghana for the month of December for events and activities. People plan their social calendars. People are excited about things like Afrofuture, which used to be known as Afrochella. Huge events that happen throughout the month of December. Now, today, Ghana Tourism Authority had a press conference in the morning where they made the announcement. It was Ghana Tourism Authority and the Black Star Experience, which is the new initiative that the government of Ghana launched with this new government. You do not see any branding of Year of Return and Beyond the Return anymore. That branding we saw with the previous government. The new government has not been branding anything with those initiatives anymore. Now they have launched their own Black Star Experience. And so this is a collaboration of Black Star Experience and Ghana Tourism Authority, and of course the Diaspora Affairs Office in the Office of the President, who came together to make the announcement of all of these events that are happening in December. Now, I wanted to be able to show you what it's all about for the events. So this is the official events calendar for the month of December. Now, every year, whenever they make this events calendar, what often happens is as time goes on, they start to add more events. But these are the official events that have been added. Please let me know where you are watching from, where in the world you are watching today from here as I'm telling you about the December in Ghana events. Now, before I dive in, I know there's 8 of you watching right now. Please do share with me where you are watching from. Before I dive into the full calendar, I want to first acknowledge that Ghana's Black Stars have qualified to the 2026 World Cup, the FIFA World Cup football, and Canada and the US and a few other countries call it soccer, but the rest of the world calls it football. Ghana has qualified. This will be the 5th time that Ghana has qualified for the World Cup, participated in the World Cup. And so this is going to be an exciting time for Ghana. And now what's even more exciting about the World Cup is that this year, the World Cup is being played for the first time. They're calling it an international World Cup. It is being played in 3 countries. I just want to show here the news story about the Black Stars. They're on the screen. Saying there's less distractions. Ghana's World Cup qualifiers than AFCON qualifiers. Okay, that was a quote from one of the people in the sports world here in Ghana. So here they are after they were celebrating that they qualified. They beat the country of Comoros 1-0. They beat Comoros 1-0. And so they celebrated. The game was at the Accra Sports Stadium yesterday to a packed crowd. So congratulations to Ghana's Black Stars for qualifying for the World Cup. So the World Cup, for the first time, being played in 3 countries: Canada, the United States, and Mexico. It's going to be 3 countries, a North American World Cup. It's going to be interesting to see how this all goes down, because it's always challenging for African countries getting visas to go to some countries. So now imagine some of the African countries. I think there's 4 African countries that have qualified, 4 or 5, trying to get visas to go to Canada, go to the United States, and go to Mexico to play their various matches. So this is going to be interesting to see. The last few months, there have been, news stories saying that they're trying to limit the number of games in the United States because of all of the visa and ICE issues that have been happening. So I don't know if that's going to actually happen, but let's see what happens. Just dropping in the comments. Thank you so much for joining. Sojourn Knitting from Brooklyn. Thank you. I appreciate you for joining. I know it's the middle of your afternoon. It is 6:40 in the evening here in Ghana. And so, as I said, I am here to share with you the announcement that Ghana made for December in Ghana events. If you've never been to Ghana in December, it is a time that is really, really lively. There's a lot of stuff that happens, and a lot of events and activities. So if you come, it's a good time for you to get involved. There's a lot of different events, and I'm just going to play a recap video here from 2024, December in Ghana. And just to get you an idea of, the things that go on for December in Ghana, I'm just going to show the screen. Give me a moment to share that screen as people are joining. I've got about 16 of you who've joined the live stream. Please do share where you have joined from. I would really love to know where you are joining from. And I'm trying to share the screen here, and it's not coming through. Okay, here we go. So I'm just going to quickly play this December in Ghana 2024 video, but it's actually a recap.
Welcome to December in GH, a time of joy, culture, and celebration. December in GH has deep roots. Traditionally, Ghanaians abroad returned home during this season, but it transformed with the Year of Return initiative. Now December in GH attracts visitors worldwide. Celebrities, icons, and the Africa diaspora flock to Ghana. December in GH fuels Ghana's economy.
December was fantastic. There's a simple way to describe it. It was fantastic. We were looking forward to something, but we didn't expect it to be that big. I think it was very good for us in terms of room occupancy and even patronage of our restaurants and food services.
So in the month of December, we really receive a lot of visitors from the diaspora, and it's almost like the whole place is packed every December. It's exciting to see people shopping and trying to understand what Ghana stands for and our culture. We get a lot of people also coming in to find their roots, someone to know about our customs. So it's a very busy month.
So this initiative is something the government should keep. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but whatever it is,
So
I think
Fred, thank you for joining.
It's amazing. I don't think that we should
San
stop
Diego.
it. It's something that we should have even policies to guide it.
From January to December, even from January up to November, the market wasn't good. By December, the market was good.
Ooh, there I am.
Lots of visitors here. We do sales, plenty sales. We got a lot of customers here, and even they buy a lot, and we are happy.
December in Ghana this year, I think was amazing. Was great. There was growth from the previous years. Last year was the first time I had my personal event. That was New Year's Eve. party at the pitch lounge. So it was great. I mean, we did a bit of marketing, promotion, and all of that. Even though we start a bit late, the promotions and everything actually hit the ground. So people actually turned up. So yeah, it was amazing, I think.
From Afrofuture to Little Havana, Dirty Rave, Westside Carnival, Ghana hosts world-class events, music, art and fashion collide. December in GH unites us. Let's celebrate our shared heritage.
So December in GH, December in Ghana is a big time, lots of things happening. So let's just jump in. I know that there's people who are joining. You might want to know what's happening. So today, Ghana Tourism Authority, the Black Star Experience, Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, the Office of Diaspora Affairs had an event this morning, a press conference where they launched the official calendar for the December in Ghana events. Thank you so much for joining. Cook, plate, repeat. It says, greetings from Monroe, North Carolina. I already bought one Acer in Ghana and my wife and I have our indenture. Oh, that's great. You got a piece of land. That's great. I hope that, that it's in a good location for you and that you're able to do all the things that you need to do. So this is about the December in Ghana events. The branding now is Ghana Tourism Authority and the Black Star Experience. And they are doing a lot of events as usual. Ghana has a lot of events happening in December. So this year, at the beginning of December, December the 6th, is going to be an event in Kumasi. So if you go to Kumasi, which is in the Ashanti region of Ghana, on December the 6th, there is going to be a concert which is celebrating 100 years of high life music. And that is taking place in Kumasi. And then on December the 13th, there is the Fufu party at Good Park. Now, Good Park is a park that is beside Accra Mall. They do a lot of activities and different events. And so on December 13th, they're going to be doing a fufu party. For those who don't know, fufu is one of Ghana's favorite foods. And you'll find all kinds of dishes there. But the main thing is it's a fufu party. So it's going to be lots of fufu for people to have. And then with fufu, it's all about the soup, making the difference in the taste of the fufu. Also, I don't know, for those of you who tried fufu, I find that some people add more plantain than others. Some people add more cassava. So it makes the taste a little bit different depending on how much is added to it. So continuing on with the calendar of events, they have on December 19th, there is a jazz and symphonic orchestra event, a concert that is taking place in Accra. So that is going to be an interesting experience. Fred says, aha, peanut butter soup is the best. Mentioning when I talked about the fufu party, and depends on the soup that you use for the enjoyment of the fufu. For me, the soup is the best part. So, and I do something interesting. I actually like to mix the peanut butter soup with the palm nut soup. I like to mix it together, like half and just mix it. People think I'm weird, but that's what I like. I like what I like. So I was saying the Jazz and Symphonic Orchestra concert is on December 19th. That's happening in Accra. And then there's December 21st to 24th, 26th, and 27th. It's going to be the Entertainment Week Ghana at the Accra International Conference Center. This is being done as part of the Black Star Experience. They're saying that the future of Ghana and entertainment is here. December and Entertainment Week, Ghana 2025 experience is one that's going to be where you can gain insights from top industry leaders, innovators. There'll be an awards gala. You can celebrate the excellence and honor the best in entertainment in Ghana. This is a collaborative effort with, I believe, with Black Volta, because I've seen Black Volta promoting it quite a bit on their platforms. Now, Black Volta is an entertainment platform in Ghana, and they share a lot of information about things happening in Ghana. And then December 29th, there is the Taste the Culture event. I'm not sure if you all can see this because the screen is, the document I'm sharing is not letting me zoom in. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the document and I'm going to go directly to the PDF file and see if I can share the screen with you as a PDF file. And let's see, and then see it a little bit better so I can zoom in. That's what I'm going to try to do, see if I can zoom in to show you it that way. And then that way you get a better view of everything that I'm reading. So it's not so small because I'm finding the document wasn't letting me zoom in on the live stream. So let's see, trying it another way, see if this works. Hope that's better. Try to zoom in there. Can you see that better? Yeah, that's better. That's much better. So I was talking about Entertainment Week Ghana. That's December 21st, 24th, 26th, and 27th. You can email blackstarexperience@presidency.gov.gh or call this number here. Let me put that on the screen so that if you want to get any other information, you can also contact them directly to get other information from them so that you can email them or give them a call. Ooh, that's not what I meant to put there. That's from another live stream. So let me put that here, put this on the screen here for you so that we can, oh, it's not even showing up for me. Today is a funny day. Black Star Experience at Presidency. I'm trying to copy and paste it so that I can get it for you accurately. Trying to copy and paste this, and it's not letting me copy and paste so that I can get you the information exactly on the screen with no errors. So when you want to reach out, you can reach out directly to them and send them an email to ask your questions about the events. Maybe not this event, but it could be another event that you have questions about. You can send an email right there, blackstarexperience@presidency.gov.gh. Or you can call them on their number that they had listed, which is, I got to edit that. It's supposed to be +233. There we go. Edited, and then I'll add it. I'm having technical difficulties. There we go. +233-54285-2705. Of course, if you live in Ghana, you wouldn't dial the 233. You would just dial 0 and then 54 to give them a call or a WhatsApp message to ask the Diaspora Affairs Office for more information. December 29th is Taste the Culture at Independence Square. Now, this is a major Black Star experience. It's a concert that celebrates Ghana's rich heritage through culture, music, and dance. And the same contact information that I put on the screen, you can reach out to them about that information. And then December 29th to 30th is a Talking Drums Festival. That's taking place at Labadi, Africa Lake Labadi. And that's in Accra, near Labadi Beach Hotel. Celebrate African drum culture, storytelling, and traditional rhythms that highlight the power of communication through sound. Again, you can email the same address, which is the email address of the Black Star Experience, that you can email to get more information on that event. And as I said earlier at the top of this live stream, whenever they release this calendar of events, they always end up releasing another one because sometimes they add more events. Then there's January 2nd and 3rd, there's the Gospel Fest. And that is a celebration of faith and praise. So it's a gospel festival with a lot of local gospel artists who will be performing at this event. And location has not been determined. This one, you would contact the International Affairs Office, which used to be the Beyond the Return Office, and it's now called the International Affairs Office. I will give you their email on the screen where you can contact them for more information on how you can get information on that particular event. And you can also call their office. You know, what's really funny is I worked there for almost 6 years, and I still don't even remember the phone number off by heart. But I'll give you their phone number on the screen as well. And that one is also on WhatsApp. So you can call them or you can reach them on WhatsApp to ask them any questions that you may have. So their office number is there on the screen. That's the International Affairs Office, formerly Beyond the Return, Year of Return. And San H says, thanks for the information. You are most welcome. So as I was saying, you can keep up to date. I said earlier, because they sometimes, well, all the time, every year I've seen this happen since 2019, new events get added to the calendar. So just keep an eye out if you're seeing that, maybe there's not as much as you were expecting, that they always add stuff to the calendar. So promise you, they'll add something else to the calendar of events. And so they have a special section of events for theater arts this year. They have had theater productions during the December in Ghana events, but this time around, they actually have a dedicated section for theater activities when you come for December events in Ghana. So there's the Matriarchs Experience, which is taking place at the British Council and at the National Theatre, Aguma Tea and Herbs, Northbridge Cafe, and Treehouse. So multiple locations where there's going to be theatrical productions happening. And this is a great chance for you to connect with people who are in the theatrical arts, theater arts in Ghana. And the Matriarchs Verse Experience often use a lot of spoken word poetry at their events as well. So their information is also on the calendar. What I think I'm going to do is upload this calendar in a way that I can share a link with you so that you can download this calendar for yourself, so that you have it for yourself to also to download and have reference to. December 5th and 6th, there's the Creative Arts Festival. That's at the Kumasi Cultural Center. Now, that's an event for children. So if you have children, it's a great opportunity for you to take your kids, let your kids have a great time. I have been to the Creative Arts Festival, and I absolutely loved it, because I couldn't believe how many kids were there. And it was like a sea of kids when I was at the Creative Arts Festival in 2023. I couldn't believe it. The number of kids that were just having a wonderful, wonderful time. And I was like, wow, this is something that people should take advantage and bring their kids to, because they get to have a good time in an environment where they are with their peers, and they get a chance to enjoy arts through, they do painting, they do dancing, they have some music, and it's all with their peers. It's not with, elders. Because I looked around and it was literally like people dropped their kids off and left, dropped their kids off for the whole day, and then they came back and picked them up when the day was over. So it's a good event if you have kids, for them to go and enjoy. Then there's the Zadokilai event at Ifwa Sutherland Studios. That is it's an arts event. It's a 1-week performing arts and visual arts and photography event that's happening at the University of Ghana. December 12th, there's a spoken word meets creativity event. That is also in Accra. There's the Eco Kids Festival. That's another children's festival. That's in Kaswa, which is in the central region of Ghana. It's right at the borderline of Greater Accra and Central Region. So they're having a kids festival there as well. Poetic Palette is a kitchen food event, a dinner with a purpose. There's going to be art and poetry as well as food. Roverman Productions, they're having a series of plays in the National Theatre, December 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, and then January 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. And that's in Accra. There's a comedy festival, which is the 1032 Laughs and Music. That's December 26th. There's the Gifted Crafted Kids Show, which is a really good event for kids as well. But this is in Cape Coast, and that is December 28th. There's the Teens Africa Festival at the National Theatre, December 29th. And then, of course, there's concerts, entertainment, and fashion. That's another section of the events that are happening during December in Ghana. everybody who's joined, thank you for joining the live stream. I appreciate you. Um, A to the B is from North Carolina. Greetings from North Carolina. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. So again, I'm going through, for those of you who are just joining, I'm going through the calendar of events. December in Ghana is coming quickly approaching. And the government of Ghana, Ghana Tourism Authority, Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, Diaspora Affairs, Office of the President, the Black Star Experience have come together and announced all of the events through a calendar of events that was announced earlier today. And so there's a Made in Ghana fair that's at the National Theater, and that's going to be featuring all things that are made in Ghana. There's the Afro Heals event, which is a yearly celebration of Ghanaian heritage and fashion that encourages the expression and cultural conversations of Ghana. And then there's Rhythms on the Runway, Black Star Edition. The Rhythms on the Runway is an annual fashion event done by KOD, Kofi Darko, who happens to now be the Director of Diaspora Affairs. He has his Rhythms on the Runway fashion event every year. And that event is really, really good, featuring fashion from Africa, mostly Ghanaian designers, but sometimes they have designers from other parts of Africa. And it's a really great show that showcases a lot of the talent across the continent of Africa. So, and then you just get to see a lot. It's a really cool show. Let me show you some highlights. I'll show a quick, let me see if I can show you quick highlights from Rhythms on the Runway, because there is a video that, it's a video on YouTube. There's a few videos on YouTube of Rhythms on the Runway, but I just wanted to show you this. They actually recently had their model auditions for the show.
Guests, ladies and gentlemen, on Rhythms on the Runway 2023.
This highlight is from 2023. You get to kind of see, they usually have a pop-up, do red carpet, show your fashions, and then there's the show. Hi, look at me.
And enjoy Rhythms on the Runway Aqua Edition.
So you get a chance to see a lot of fashion from across, different African countries. And then sometimes the diaspora, there have been designers who've come from New York to showcase their work. And then I've seen that there's been designers from South Africa, from Nigeria. And then they have music artists perform as well, because it's a combination of fashion and music event. So they'll have some local performances from Ghanaian artists that come and perform at the event as well. So it's a great, great showcase that features Africa through fashion. So that's an event that's happening as part of December in Ghana as well. So I just thought I would show you a little bit of that too. It's another opportunity to experience something else different in December, because people think it's always parties, but there's so many different things that do happen in December that are not necessarily parties. So there are a lot of different activities that you can take part in. So I just wanted to show you that. Thank you for everybody who's joined. If you're just joining, I see a few more people have joined the live stream. I'm talking about the December in Ghana events. If it's your first time here, my name is Ivy Prosper, and I tell stories from Africa and the African diaspora. And today I'm talking about the fact that Ghana's government has recently announced the calendar of events for December. They release this calendar every year to showcase all of the things that are happening in Ghana in the month of December. Sometimes people want to plan their activities based on what's happening in the month of December. People have, their own itineraries and travel plans, and they want to make sure they know what's happening so they can structure their trip accordingly. So here we have the Walk Boldly, a heritage and handmade experience by Arhin Soul Creations. Now, this is taking place at Thea Coffee House, which is in the airport residential area of Accra. This is an event that is about a handmade experience celebrating Ghanaian artisanship, culture, and design. And it features different exhibitions, panel discussions, vendors will be selling their things, and then a fashion showcase. And this is a partnership with Ghana Tourism Authority once again. And then there's Meet the Maker, which is a showcase to help corporations by celebrating Ghana's creative economy. It's about uniting artisans and designers and entrepreneurs exhibiting their work and collaborating with each other. And then they'll have a second exhibition that's going to be in Kumasi as well. December 10th to 14th is the Africa Basketball Festival. The Africa Basketball Festival features basketball matches, fashion, music, and now they actually have teams that come from other countries too. They've had teams come from the US, teams coming from other parts of Africa. There was a team from Togo last year and from Liberia. So they have teams coming from different places. And then they also have, Ghana also plays, of course. So this is a good one. If you love sports, I had a great time when I went. I always have a great time. It's great to see the athletes, having a good time and playing. And it's an exciting time. They did a fest last year. I think they did last year. They didn't do it in December. Last year they ended up doing it in I think October. But this year it's going to be back in Accra. So I'm looking forward to seeing it. It's going to be really, really exciting. I'm trying to see if I can pull up a video with some of their old games or the fashion part. But I'm having some technical difficulties right now trying to pull it up so that I can share with you. How many of you like basketball? How many of you are interested in seeing the Africa Basketball Festival? That will be something that will be interesting on your agenda. And it's also kid friendly because sometimes people are looking for things to do with their kids in Ghana. And this is a perfect thing to do during the holiday season because it doesn't require a lot. It's not hugely expensive for you to go to the Africa Basketball Festival and enjoy with your kids and or your friends. If you're a huge sports fan, you can check it out. If you're joining, I see there's a few more people who've joined the live stream. Please do drop in the comments where you are joining from. I am live here in Ghana talking to you about Ghana announcing their events for December in Ghana. And those events that are coming up, really exciting as usual. There's a host of activities, different types of activities that you can get involved in. And this is a clip from the Africa Basketball Festival that I want to share with you. As I said, this is what the Africa Basketball Festival looks like. This is clips from the Ghana match. Ghana and Togo. Oh, I think I was at this game actually. Ghana and Togo during the Africa Basketball Festival in December.
Freddie's still with the ball.
So if you like basketball,
Freddie steps back.
It's a great time for you to come and check it out in Ghana.
That's gonna go down.
Basketball in Africa is becoming a
I
heard the NBA now is doing selling franchises. And so there's a lot happening here on the continent when it comes to sports. So you can come watch a basketball match as part of December in Ghana. So yeah, come and check that out. As I said, that one is happening on, what did I say? It's December 10th to 14th is the Africa Basketball Festival, to check that out. So have 31 people who've joined the live stream. Thank you so much, all of you who are here. As I said, I'm sharing information about Ghana's announcement of their events happening in December for December in Ghana. And December in Ghana events usually go through into January. So it gives you a chance to, partake in various events and activities. There's an Eco Kids Festival. That is on December 13th, another kids event. Experience Volta in Accra, which is an event being done by people from the Volta region, the Ewe people of the Volta region, bringing the vibrant culture of the Volta region to Accra. So it helps people to discover some of the traditions of people in the Volta region, the Ewe people, through music, dance, food, and different exhibitions and storytelling. So this way, they're bringing this immersive experience, cultural experience to Accra so people can experience it and entice them that, hey, you got to go and visit the Volta region if you want to experience this authentically as well. So it's a great opportunity for a pop-up. Then there's a music concert. The GTCO music concert is taking place on December 19th. I don't know who is going to be performing. The acts have not been confirmed yet. Then there's the Sekondi Takoradi Yellow Friday Carnival, which is a street carnival, and that's going to be December 19th in the western region of Ghana. And then there's the Mask Fiesta, which is at Takoradi Mall Event Center. That's also the western region, and it's a 6-day carnival celebration that's taking place on December 19th and then 24th to 28th. And that's another family-friendly event. Snikia Dadali, which is at Jubilee Park in Tamale, northern region of Ghana. This is a fashion experience happening December 20th in Tamale, northern Ghana. And they're celebrating the fashion of the North through runway shows and cultural exhibitions and opportunities to shop. And then there's the Back to the North K Street Art Trade Festival, North Kanishi, that is in the greater Accra region, another art and music and dance festival, and a chance for people to sell their work. There's a lot of opportunities to experience culture, as you can see from the things I'm showing you. There's the West Side Carnival, that's also in Takoradi. This is a 3-day celebration of culture, food, and fashion, and music. Now, I mean, when reading through this, it sounds like everything is like repetitive. It sounds like it's the same thing, but it's not. There are different experiences. I just want to, for those who might not know, I'm going to pull up a video from the Takoradi Carnival, because some people have never seen what Carnival looks like in Takoradi, and so I want to show you how Carnival looks in Takoradi, Western Ghana. And some people have said that it's like it shows, you know, a little bit different, but similarities to some of the carnivals in other parts of the world. So yeah, let me just see if I can share the screen with you and show you that video from the Takoradi West Side Carnival, so you get an idea of how the carnival looks. That's a short, kids dancing. That's just a clip of Carnival. That's just a short clip, but we see all kinds of carnivals happen in Takoradi, and it can be really massive, and it goes from morning all the way through the night. People dancing and singing and just enjoying themselves through the night. Costumes are a little bit different than what you see like in the Caribbean. You don't really see similar costumes. Sometimes it's a little bit different here in Ghana. But in any case, that is the Western region, Takoradi, with their carnival that they have every December. Thank you so much for joining the live stream. Wisdom says greetings from Europe. Thank you for watching. Says, can we like the live stream and support? Thank you. Always appreciate you. Can we all please like the live and show love? Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you for all of you who are here listening to me share about the events calendar for December. Now, one of the things I want to talk about is when you are coming to Ghana in December, to prepare and add extra time for everything you do, because sometimes people don't realize there's so many more people in town that the traffic is absolutely insane. There are so many more people in town. You have to add extra time, and then prepare that the Uber rides are going to be surge prices. So if you're taking Ubers or the Bolt, which is the other ride share, or Yango, the other ride share, the prices are going to be increased significantly because there's so many more people in town that there's high demand on the trips. So prepare for that as well. And then just prepare for extra traffic being in town, so many more people. It takes longer to get from point A to point B. When you look at the map, if you're planning your trip, like let's say you're in the States or something and you're looking at a location of your hotel to somewhere and you're kind of trying to calculate your itinerary based on the distance, know that in December, let's say if it says 20 minutes, it's actually might be 40 minutes because of the traffic. Add double the time. And sometimes it's even triple the time because there's so many people on the road, depending on which locations you are in, which part of town you're in. Like places like Osu is going to be like really hectic, especially because Osu Oxford Street it's like a single lane road, one way. Sometimes it can get really choked during a busy season. December 24th, we have Kojo Amplified. Get Kojo Amplified, 3rd edition. This is an annual Christmas concert that Ghanaian music artist Kojo Antwi, who is a legend in the music of high life, he does this annual performance. There's Beyond Control Concert, BYK Concert, a musical festival which is centered around Medical. Medical is a music artist here in Ghana, a popular music artist here in Ghana. Christmas with Joe Metal and Love Gift. Joe Metal is a popular gospel artist here in Ghana. And so he's going to be performing in a family-oriented Christmas concert where there's different renditions of Christmas carols that are going to be performed at this particular show. And then in Tema, there's the Tema Masquerade Cultural Carnival, which is quite similar to the one in Takoradi, but except it's in Tema. That is December 25th, Christmas Day. It's always Christmas Day. And then December 25th to January 1st, there's Russia I Come From Festival. The funny thing is there's a neighborhood in Ghana, in Accra, that people call Russia. And so that event is called Russia I Come From Festival. So the first time I heard about it, when they said there was a Russia festival 2 years ago, I was like, Russia? Why are Ghanaians celebrating a festival about Russia? Then they told me, no, there's a neighborhood in Accra that they call Russia. So I'm like, okay. So yeah. Thank you so much, San H, for your support. I really appreciate you. Thank you for appreciating me breaking down everything on this live stream to let all of you know about things that are happening in December to help you plan your itinerary. December 25th to 28th is another masquerade parade through the streets of Tema. That happens after the main masquerade on the 25th. And Tema, for those of you who may not know, Tema is the city right beside Accra. It's kind of like if you're in Manhattan, Brooklyn, beside Manhattan. It's like, yeah, so it's like, it's just outside of the city of Accra. But that's where that masquerade parade is taking place. Then there's the Little Havana All-White Party. Now, the Little Havana All-White Party, that party gets wild. That party goes all night. And it is in just outside Abri, which is up on the mountain. And it's an all-white party. And I'm telling you, that place gets crowded. It gets crowded. And like, it gets crowded. And it's an all-night party, like all night long. So you can go and check that out. It is an all-white party, and they usually sell tickets in advance for this particular event. They sell tables, booths. Because it's all night, sometimes people would want to buy tables because they want to make sure that they have somewhere to sit because you will be there all night. So you want to make sure that you are comfortable. So, yeah. That's Little Havana Party. I'm going to see if I can pull up a video so you can see how the party looks. But I'm not, as I said, I keep trying to pull stuff up and having these technical challenges as I'm trying to pull it up. Because some of these things, if there's video, I would love to show you so that you can see how the parties look. So Little Havana All-White Party, Ghana. I'm just typing it into YouTube and then I'll see what pops up so I can show you guys like there's all walks of life that go to this party. You see some of like the upper echelon of Ghana showing up at this particular party, showing up in their luxury cars and all of that. So yeah, let me pull up one of the if I can find one of the videos I can share with you. I'm only finding videos that are showing people pulling up in their luxury cars, and I don't think that that's really a good indication of a party. But I just wanted to know that about that party. But it's an option for you to think about. Little Havana. Then there's Explosion of Joy. This is usually at National Theatre, but this time it's at the Accra International Conference Center. They've really grown, so the conference center gives them more space. It is a Christmas gospel concert being done by Joyful Way, which is a church in Ghana, and they have been doing this for over 5 decades. And their audience is about 3,000 people each time they do this concert. They're like a huge success story of doing gospel concerts in Ghana. If you're interested in gospel concerts, Joyful Way. And then we have the BIM Festival, which is one of Ghana's top Afro dancehall artists, Stonebwoy. Stonebwoy has this concert every year, and it gets a packed crowd. People have a great time. You can look up Stonebwoy if you don't know who he is. He is a highly respected artist in Ghana, and let me see if I can find his concert. It happens every year, and it always sells out. But I want to let everybody know that these shows, a lot of the time in Ghana, don't start on time. So prepare yourself if you're ever going to a concert in Ghana. The shows don't start on time, and I remember going to a concert that it was Sarkodie, one of Ghana's popular artists, performing, and the show was supposed to start at, I think he was supposed to be on stage by 11, and he showed up at like 2 o'clock in the morning. Imagine a show that's supposed to start at 11 and the artist shows up at 2 a.m. 2 a.m. So, and then at Afrofuture, Davido showed up at 3 a.m. and he should have been on stage at 10, what I was told. So it's like, prepare yourself for the lateness of concerts in Ghana. A lot of the artists don't show up on time. So you gotta pack your patience when you're going to any concerts in Ghana. Yeah, pack your patience. This is highlights from Stonebwoy. I'm just going to fast forward this clip. So that's Stonebwoy there, one of Ghana's top Afro dancehall artists. So he blends Afro beats with reggae dancehall, for those of you who may not be familiar with who he is, because some people may not know, but he's a popular artist here. And as you can see, the crowd is packed crowd. He gets a huge fan base show up for him all the time. Yeah, his fan base shows up and shows out for him. They love him. They like how people love Beyonce. The way people are with Beyonce is how people will be with artists like Stonebwoy. I don't know if you can see me. Can you see me? Okay, there I am. Artists are diehard for him, the way that fans are diehard for Stonebwoy and Shatawale, the way that fans are diehard for Beyonce. So yeah, people love him. So yeah, so his show is one of the shows that will be happening in December. And so that's an opportunity for you to check him out if you want to check him out, if you've never heard of him before. Then there's a Kwanzaa Festival. The Kwanzaa Festival and Center of the World event is going to be happening in multiple locations. So the Kwanzaa Festival will be happening in the city of Tema, at the Du Bois Center, in Cape Coast, at the Nkrumah Memorial Park, at Kita Beach in the Volta region, at Bonray in the Ashanti region, and Manshura Place in the Ashanti region. So it's going to be multiple locations for this event, for the Kwanzaa festivals that will be happening over the course of December 26th to January the 1st. And this is celebrating the African diaspora history, celebrations, and seeks to ensure the celebration of Afro heritage and acknowledging this is a festival that Black people from around the world, especially from the US, celebrate Kwanzaa. So this festival is being done in Accra. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually share, I'll upload and share a link for you to be able to download this entire calendar for yourself so that you have it. December 26th to 27th, there's the Ahaya Deaf Festival. The Ahaya Deaf Festival is an event that happens at the Cal Bank head office on the Liberation Road in Accra. And it is basically an exhibition that features all made in Ghana brands selling their merchandise. And that's done by Ahaspora, which is a diaspora organization in Ghana. Then there's a Soul Train Disco, which is at La Palms Convention Center. And this is a throwback party, which is on December 27th, which is celebrating the hits of the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. And it's going to be back-to-back old school hits. People are going to have a great time. And that is something being done by an organization called Charterhouse Ghana. That'll be fun. Then there's Detti Rave. Detti Rave on December 27th is an annual event. Massive. This is the 7th edition. It is huge. I went, 2019 I went. So many artists from the States, from the Caribbean when I was there. Like there were so many artists who came. There's a lot of DJs who play. And so it's a huge event that people go. There was like, I think there was almost 20,000 people the year that I went. It was like packed. It was just, that was 2019 was when I went, but it's happened every year. I was also there in 2021, if I'm not mistaken, but that event is huge. So check that out if you're interested in a party like that. Then there's the annual official Diaspora in December throwback party. That's at Afrikiko. Then there's the Ghana Fashion Fusion Festival at the Palms Convention Center, Afro Beach Festival at La Boma Beach, December 27th to 31st. And then Afro Future Festival. Afro Future is a huge festival that a lot of people come to Ghana for at Elwak Stadium. It used to be called Afrochella. And it is a huge festival. They've actually been traveling around the world, introducing the Afro Future Festival to different countries. They did one in Detroit this year. If you're from the US, they were in Detroit and did one in Detroit. They've done one in South Africa, and they're coming back to Ghana. So you can get a lot of information about Afrofuture on their website, which is afrofuture.com. I'm just sharing their site here on the page so you can check it out. You can go to the Afrofuture page and get more information about what's happening for their festival. They share all about their mission. Ghana 2025 is 28th and 29th of December. They're already selling tickets, I believe. Yeah, they have pre-sale coming up. Pre-sale tickets have dropped. You can, pre-sale VIP is sold out. VIP tickets are still available. VIP tickets are going for $266. $266 for VIP tickets. General admission tickets is $106 value for the tickets when you buy them through this site for pre-sale tickets for Afrofuture Festival. I don't know which artists are performing, but they always make sure that they have the biggest artists from around the world, biggest African artists from around the world who perform at that event. That is the Afrofuture Festival. Thank you so much for everybody who's here. Wisdom asked Miss Ivy, are you still in Accra? I'm in Tema. Tema's right outside Accra. So that is what is happening for Afrofuture this year. There's so much happening. It's like, and I like how the calendar is divided based on the type of event this year. So you're not kind of trying to figure out where everything is. They have it divided in sections based on the type of event that it is. Whereas in the past, it's always just in chronological order by date. There's the Teens Africa Festival. The Teens Festival is so good. The Teens Festival is so good. It's for teenagers. So I went because I had to cover it one year, and I was so impressed because I was like, wow, this is a great event. If you have a teenager who wants somewhere to go and feel safe, and when I say feel safe, it's like if you're a 16-year-old girl and you want to go out and have a good time, it's safer for you to be around other 16-year-old boys than to be at an event where there's like grown men, because some of these grown men don't have restraint. And I hate that about some men, not all. There are some men who are not very good and don't restrain themselves from these young ladies, especially some of the young ladies look more mature than they are. So I was so happy when I saw that this Teens Festival was there for the young people. And it was literally everybody there was like age 13 to 19 who were there. So it was all teenagers, all having a great time. And I was like, wow. And I felt like I felt like I was their mom who was like peeping in on what they're doing, having a good time, because they're like a lot of people's parents came and dropped them off, and then they go and they have a great time. San H says, I agree. Yeah, the girls and the boys, they need to be in their own teen spaces. And they were all having a great time. They're doing different dance moves. And then all the drinks there are all drinks for young people. There's no alcohol there. It's all like young people's drinks. There's just like sodas and like, juices and popcorn and different things. So it's purely a young people event. So I thought it was awesome. So I'm glad that the event is back. And then Afrofuture has their New Year's Eve party on December 31st. Ifya Carnival on January 1st. This is a social event that has a whole bunch of different activities, including a children's program and masquerade display. So this is also a family-friendly event. There's the Calabash Color Festival, which is, it has a little bit of influence from India at this festival. India's Holy Festival of Colors. It's like an immersed experience of Ghanaian culture with some Indian culture, because there is an Indian community in Ghana. So I'm presuming that there's people from the Indian community who are putting on this event in collaboration with some Ghanaians for this particular event on January 1st, taking place at Untamed Empire, which is on Spintex Road. And then January 1st, there's Ankos in Accra, which is another festival that's a cultural celebration and also has a masquerade element. I was at that event a few years ago, and the food was so good. Oh, the food was so good. So you can go and have some really great food. And there was like a lot of cultural dancing, which is also great. And then there's a blackout event at Exhale Lounge. Exhale Lounge is in East Legon, Accra. This is a party being hosted by Black Volta, which is an entertainment company in Ghana. And there's going to be surprise guest artists. They haven't said who. They said there's going to be big DJs who will be there for that event. So then there's festivals that happen. So there's cultural festivals that happen in Ghana that a lot of times in the past, when I was working with Ghana Tourism, one of the things that the diaspora would complain about is when they come to Ghana, they only hear about the parties, the concerts, events, but they don't hear about the local cultural festivals. Now, the local cultural festivals often feature things like the local chief, the local queen mothers, and traditional dance. And so it's an opportunity for people to see a little bit of Ghana's culture from different ethnic groups, because there are different ethnic groups that have different cultural practices that not everybody might be aware of. And so Ghana has so many traditional festivals that happen throughout the year. And so now this year on the calendar, they've included some of these festivals. Like there's the Larte Ohum Festival in the Eastern region. That's December 7th to 14th. There's the Northern and Southern cultures celebrating together. That's happening in the Eastern region. And that's bringing together cultures of people from the northern parts of Ghana and southern parts of Ghana, all coming to convene in one place to have an African ancestral experience. And to honor warriors, honor intellectuals from the history of Ghana. So that is an event happening on December 21st in the Eastern region. At the African Ancestral Wall is where it's happening, Ningo Prapram, which is It says Eastern region. I thought Ningo Prom. I thought Prom Prom is part of Ghana, a part of the Greater Accra region. So that's an error on the document. And then there's the Bitom Homecoming Festival in Koforidua. That is the Eastern region, and that's a homecoming festival. So you in America, you guys have this homecoming that happens. So in Ghana, this Bitom Homecoming Festival is a homecoming for people who are from the town of Koforidua. They come home, like, because a lot of these people, they'll move to Accra, move to other parts of the country, or move out of the country. And so now in December, they're coming home. So it's like a homecoming. They're coming home. So they have this festival to celebrate their relatives and friends who've all traveled out, and now they've come back home. So they have this festival. So it tends to be people who are from there that attend this, but they are inviting everyone, including the diaspora, to come and experience it as well. December 21st is the Dagara Culture Festival, happening in Nandom in the Upper West region of Ghana. The Upper West region is the one region I've not been to, but there's a lot that happens there. And they put an event on the calendar. And so the Upper West region of Ghana, some of you may not know how the map of Ghana looks, because there's a lot of people who come and you only make it to Accra. Right? There's a lot of people who come and they only make it to Accra, or Accra in the central region. So I'm going to quickly show you a map of Ghana, because some people don't look at the map, because they just, your driver takes you where you're going. You only pay attention to being in Accra. And so you might not have actually looked at the breakdown of the map of Ghana. Now, this is a breakdown of the map of Ghana and Ghana's 16 regions. So on the top, very top left is the Upper West region. And the borders of Upper West, on the top is Burkina Faso and to the left is Ivory Coast. So the Upper West region is where that last event I just mentioned is. So I'm just showing this so that you get an idea of where it is. So you see from the top there, I don't know if the finger I'm showing is pointing, the cursor is showing from the top there. And then Greater Accra is actually a small looking region. It's actually a small looking region. I'm just trying to zoom in here to show you. This is Accra right here. Towards the bottom right in red is Accra. And you can see how small Greater Accra is, but it is the most populated region in the country. And you can see when you look at it, the distance from Accra to the Upper West, Accra being down here and the Upper West way up here. So if you are interested in going to that event, there's actually a flight from Accra to Wa. So let me type that so you know what I'm saying. Because I know when it's not words that you normally know, I might say it, but you're not sure what I'm talking about. So let me type out Wa, Western region. So the town is the city is called Wa. Sorry, I said Western region, but I made a mistake. Upper West region. So Wa, Upper West region of Ghana. Is where that last event I was talking about is taking place. And so you can actually fly there from Accra, but the flights there are not very frequent because not many people go there frequently. So I think the flights there are only maybe like twice a week or something. So you really would have to plan if you're planning to go there, adding it to your itinerary. So it's very important that you plan well, because it is from the bottom of the country, the bottom right, where the small red section of Greater Accra, all the way to the top left, which is the Upper West region. You have to book a flight, because if you drive, it's going to be a long drive, and there's a lot of bad roads in between that will make it a very uncomfortable experience. Now, while I have this map up, I'll also explain to you the light blue section to the far right. That's the Volta region of Ghana. There's been a few events that I mentioned that are going to be there as well. And then as you get towards the top, there's that bright green. It's like a neon green area to the right towards the top. That's the northern region of Ghana where Tamale is. And that is where some of the events are also taking place as well. And then the western region is the bottom left. There's a blue section of the map, the bottom left. That is the western region. And that's where I was talking about some of those masquerade and carnivals events are happening in the western region. The pink in the center, on the south center of Ghana, that's the central region. That's where Cape Coast is. And a lot of diaspora travel there because that's where the slave dungeons, the slave dungeons that are most maintained, the two that are most maintained are there. But there are slave dungeons, old slave dungeons across the country on the coast that were places where they captured Africans and enslaved them and took them in the transatlantic slave trade, which was the trafficking of Africans. So these are the 16 regions of Ghana here throughout. There's like all these different sections here. But if you ever want to come to Ghana and make a journey of traveling around, it's a great idea to try to see some other parts of the country. But just know that you have to add a lot of time because some of the roads, if you do road trips, are bad. You can fly to make the journey a little bit better to some places. You can fly to Tamale. You can fly to Wa. You can fly to Takoradi in the western region. And you can fly to Ho in the eastern region. But that airport is not always operational. And then you can also fly to Sunyani in, I think it's in the Bono region. Sunyani in the Bono region. Or Brongohafo or Bono. I'm trying to remember now. Brongohafo. So yeah, that's a map of Ghana. Sorry to if I have digressed from the events, but I just thought that this was important to know because a lot of times people plan their trip to Ghana and they don't really know the vastness of the country and what different different areas look like as far as the distance wise and traveling around the country. So yeah, so back to the events. Breaking down all of the things that you can do while you're in Ghana during the month of December and early January. So I was going through all the festivals. There's the the Kwanzaa Fest in Ahomka in Central Region. There's going to be Dansima Festival, December 31st in the Upper East Region. There's the Duma Fest 2026 in Sunyani, which is the Bono region. Dumasia, Sunyani, Bono region. Oh, I said Brongohafo, but it's Bono. And then there's culinary events. So food-related events are happening as well. The food-related events, there's the African Food Festival on December 5th. There's the Ayewa Festival, also December 5th. So the African Food Festival is at Bonso Eco Park. Now, Bonso Eco Park is a really cool place because they actually have a zip line. They have a canopy walkway, and they have a tour of all these interesting trees and plant life that some herbalists will explain to you some of these important herbs that grow in Ghana that are very medicinal. And then there's a little bit of history about where some of the British would hide out there. Queen Elizabeth apparently used to hide out there in the olden days when they used to be under British rule. But yeah, so Bonso Eco Park is pretty cool because of having the zip line there. And then there's a children's park there that kids can play. So it's a great place for family as well. So if you have family, you can do a road trip. Even if it's not the festival, it's a great place to go and have a good time and enjoy the canopy walkway and the zip line and some of the park activities for the kids. The Iowa Festival is at Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park in Greater Accra, same day. Asan Kamu Festival is happening at Robert Mensah Sports Stadium in Cape Coast. Now, these are all food-related festivals happening during December. There's the Ghana Food Festival, December 5th and 6th at Untamed Empire. There's the Gastro Festival at the Palms Convention Center at La Palm Royal Beach Hotel. Then there's the plant-based vegan market. For vegan people, this is happening December 5th to 7th. It's a plant-based market that gives you an opportunity to learn about sustainability. You learn about vegan dishes and vegan alternatives available in Ghana and come and enjoy like-minded people and to be in a community that can share and exchange information and ideas. Crimes and Cuisine is an interactive crime solving dinner. Now, there's like these mystery dinners that people like to go to, and they act out as if somebody was killed at the scene. And then you're at this mystery dinner and you have to solve the crime. They've been doing this kind of thing for years around the world. There's different places that do these kind of mystery theater dinners. And so this is one that's happening in Ghana called Crimes and Cuisine by Crescendo Foods, December 13th. And then there's Authentic Vegan Ghanaian Cooking with Chef Asantwa. So that's going to be with a chef. And that is happening at the New Body Wellness Center in Abri, Ahuiase. And that's the eastern region of Ghana. It's just like it's like 40 minutes out of Accra Central to get to the eastern region. If there's a lot of traffic, it might take a bit longer, but it's about 40 minutes out of Accra. And it's an event that's for 6 hours, celebrating authentic vegan dishes and cuisine with this particular chef who's doing live cooking demonstrations. Runway International is doing a fashion meets food event on December 13th at the College of Culinary Arts and Hospitality Management. December 17th to 31st, Dr. Eris. So Dr. Eris Latham is a world-renowned vegan expert, and he's going to be doing his vegan event happening also in December. He is a world-renowned, highly respected person in the vegan food industry. He does a lot of raw food. And then there's the MMG, which is the Marcus Mosiah Garvey Foundation. They're having a fusion festival from Africa to the Caribbean, a culinary journey. So it's going to be a fusion of African food and Caribbean food for this particular festival. That's a good one. Around the World Food and Drinks Festival, that's also a good one. It's happening at Good Park at Accra Mall. They have food from around the world at that festival. I've been to it before. It's really good. Then they have the Roast and Toast at Mofra Park. This is a meat and drink party. If you're not a meat eater, this is not the party for you because it's going to be all about steaks and grills and exotic meats, December 26th. Then there's the Taste and Canvas. This is in the Volta region at the Ho Page 7 Hub. This is going to be a food and arts event happening. Then there's the Ghana Beyond Accra, City Fresh Farms. There's going to be event celebrating Soursop Farms. So organic meals. So it's a farm to table experience where they're getting stuff from the farm they've grown, and then it's going to be cooked by a chef to have a fireside experience at this event, December 28th to 30th. And then there's going to be business and investment and conferences. So She Rhythms Festival Ghana, December 4th to 6th. That's in Accra. The Connect the Dots Networking Extravaganza, Cape Coast. Now, these are all the business-related events I'm mentioning now. First-time home buyers in Ghana seminar. This is a seminar teaching you about buying homes in Ghana, buying homes and property. They have lawyers there, land experts there, people who are in the real estate industry, giving you a breakdown of everything that you need to know when you're doing business in Ghana with real estate, or if you personally want to buy real estate in Ghana. Thank you so much for everybody who's joining. I know some of you have joined late. My name is Ivy Prosper. I'm giving you information about December in Ghana. They've released the calendar of events and activities that are happening. So I've been breaking down all of the information of what's happening in December in Ghana. Right now, I'm going through the conferences and investment type of business events. December 13th is the Diaspora Business Mentoring Roundtable at Thea Coffee House. Then there's the She Boss Fest at Polo Beach Club. And that is done by Blitz Africa, where they bring women together to have this festival, where they talk about business and empowering of women. December 16th and 17th is the Property and Lifestyle Expo at Elisa Hotel in Accra. Again, it's another property event teaching you about real estate and property opportunities in Ghana. December 17th, the Connect the Dots Networking Extravaganza is happening in Accra. The first one was in Cape Coast, and this one is in Accra, and it is bringing professionals together for networking, bringing the diaspora and Ghanaians together for networking opportunities. Then there's the Diaspora Business Networking Mixer in Leboni, and this brings together Ghana-based entrepreneurs and innovators in different industries, including real estate, agriculture, tourism, technology, and more. December 18th, Under the Baobab Tree is held at the Baobab Restaurant in East Legon, and it is a tradition of communities of elders and it's become a platform of cultural exchange. And it's about understanding the Ga and Ashanti cultures and Ewe foods and exploring different African ties. And it's done with the Suriname Embassy. So it's going to be like Surinamese and Ghanaians coming together and fostering a community of unity through culture. December 19th and 20th is the Diaspora Summit 2025 at the Accra International Conference Center. And this is organized by the Diaspora Affairs Office under the president. And so this event, they made it, the Minister of Foreign Affairs said that if you're coming to Ghana for this event, he was going to coordinate with the regional integration, foreign affairs. He was going to, and Ghana immigration. He said that people were going to be able to come visa on arrival in December if you were coming for this particular event. He made that announcement a few weeks ago. So that was the announcement he made. If you're coming to the Diaspora Summit 2025, that you would get visa on arrival. I don't know if things have been put in place yet, because a lot of times announcements are made and then things may not have been put in place yet. So I will keep you posted as to whether it's going to be expanded throughout the whole month of December or if it's just for that particular event. December 19th to 21st is the International Convention of Africans in the Diaspora Conference at Gant Manche Palace. And that is being brought together and done by the Gant community at Gant Manche Palace. That happens every year. Then there's the Ghana-Norway Cultural Exchange Program. It's a Ghana in Norway. I think the Norway Embassy has come together, which is showcasing Ghana's culture and foster mutual understanding and artistic strength between Ghana and Norway. Connect the Dots Networking Extravaganza also happens in Kumasi. The Kumasi edition is December 20th. And that is, again, another diaspora and Ghanaian networking, business networking event. 7 Wellness Social Club at Aura Lifestyle Club in Osu is another, it's a wellness extension designed to create balance between fitness, relaxation, and community. Diaspora Roundtable, December 23rd, is a series and initiative creating thought-provoking, informative roundtable discussions. If you're watching me right now, please drop in the comments where you are, where you're watching from, and any questions or comments you may have about the information that I'm providing. December 26th is the Families Conference, and that's another conference that is a family-oriented event. December 26th at National Theatre in Ghana. Wood and Water is a Jamaican Ghanaian fusion event that brings together Africa and the Caribbean. And that event is December 26th in East Legon. The location has yet to be listed. Diaspora Conversation happening at Conclave in Accra. And this is another event. This is being done by GUBA, the Great Grow, Unite, Build Africa, the event that the organization owned by Denta Amwating. They are having a GUBA Diaspora Network event on January 2nd. And then January 3rd is the Connect the Dots Networking Extravaganza in the Volta region at Praise City Eco Park and Resort. And so that, again, is another Ghanaian professional and diaspora networking event, but this time in the Volta region. And then there's going to be acts of community service. So Beach Please is being done by Mayeko Foundation. I have been ambassador of Mayeko Foundation for a few years now, promoting and supporting the things that they do. Mayeko Foundation, what they actually do is they sell raffle tickets, and then you get a chance to win a prize based on your raffle tickets. And then the money they raise using the raffle tickets, they actually put towards community initiatives. So for example, they're supporting building of a school. They're supporting repairing a maternal health ward in the Volta region. They support cleaning the beach every week. Like, they do different initiatives in Ghana. And I believe they're doing some in Kenya as well. And all of that money is raised from the tickets that they sell. So if you ever want to get information about Mayeko, you can always go to their website and get information about how you can also donate by buying tickets. So literally, it's you buy raffle tickets, and the raffle tickets you bought go into a pool as a way to crowdfund for the initiatives that they're doing. So they're doing a beach cleanup as part of their the December in Ghana community service activities, which is called Beach Please. And then Ascend Bloom Girl Health Foundation Walk is a wellness event that is supporting the Bloom Girl Health Foundation, and it promotes fitness, mental health, and well-being for the community. And then there's the Clean Ghana Beach Festival, which is in Nungwa. And this is a beach cleanup that's done every day, every January 1st, every year. And so that is happening January 1st. And that is it. That is the end of the events list right now that is available of all of the December in Ghana events happening in December. I'm going to upload this. I'm going to upload this, and then I'll share a link that you can download it yourself. You can download it yourself. Let me see. I'm literally trying to do this while we are on the live, so that you are able to also access it and download it. I think I'll upload it to Canva and share it with you, or maybe I can create it as a site. Let me see. I'm literally doing this while we're on the live. You know, sometimes people do live streams. They actually have a moderator supporting them, but I do everything myself. So I'm out here on the live and doing the live and trying to get this uploaded so that you also are able to you're also able to view this as well. Let me see what I can do. Let's see. I'm uploading it to Canva. That was the easiest way I could do it. And let's see. I'm gonna drop the link in the comment section right now and see. Oh, the link is so long. Let me do a URL shortener. So the link is so long. Yes, the link is just way too long. So let me just shorten the link and then put it in the comments. And then I hope somebody tells me if they can tap the link and let me know if you're able to open up the document that has all of the events there so that you can view it yourself. I know I've gone through it in detail as much as I can, but it's always good for you to also be able to try and download it yourself. So let me know if you're able to download it. The link is working fine. Great, fantastic. So you can take a look at it yourself. Yeah, I loaded it to Canva. You can take a look at it yourself. And I want to make it downloadable so that you can also download it. So you don't have to always be just looking at it. So I'll figure out how to change the setting. Let's see. But I'm glad that you're able to view it. In the meantime, I'm trying to see if I can change the settings so that I can make it so that you can access it and download it. So you can also download it for yourself instead of just trying to scroll all the way through. Yeah. So anybody in the comment section, is there anything that you want to ask me before I go off of this live stream? It's 7:59. Wow. It's 7:59 p.m. here in Ghana. Let me know if there's anything you want to ask me. I would love to know if I can answer the questions for you before I go. Let me know. I just updated it, so let's see if you're able to. I hope you're able to download. I hope you're able to download it. But in any case, I'm sure that now that it's been released, someone will figure out how to download it and they'll be sharing it on WhatsApp, because that's what always happens. People figure out how to download and then everything's on WhatsApp and then everybody's sharing things on WhatsApp. So someone said, I would love, Voice Matter says, I would like, the link is not showing. I'll put the link back in because I had put it in the comment section, not on the screen. So in the comment section, Voice Matters, I've just put it on would like the link to those events somewhere. So the link is here. I've just put it on the screen, but it's also actually in the comment section. I've just dropped it in the comment section. So tap on it in the comment section, Voice Matters, and let me know if you were able to open it. If you were not able to open it, that means I have to fix the link and see what happened. Yeah, I have to fix the link and see what happened if it's not showing up for you, Voice Matters. But I dropped the link there so you can check it out and see and see it for yourself. So Voice Matters, please do let me know if you were able to open it. I want to make sure that you were able to open it so that you can check it out yourself. Please let me know. I want to make sure that everybody's able to access the document and then check out all of the events on there. The document is 32 page. It's a 32-page document. There's a table of contents that can help guide you. Table of contents is on page 2, and everything is divided by type of event. So it's theater arts, concerts, entertainment, fashion, festivals, culinary, business investment, conferences, and then community service. So you can choose by the type of event. So do let me know if you're able to access it. Oh, Voice Matters, you still can't get it? That is so odd. Okay, you got it. Okay, great. Perfect. And so if you're not here on the live chat, if you're watching this as a replay, I'll put the link in the video description and I'll pin it at the top of comments so that you can tap the link and get access to that document that has all of the events that are happening during the December in Ghana activities. Now, as I said in the beginning, every year since 2019, when they release this December in Ghana calendar, they always make updates and there's always more events that get added. As the time gets closer, you'll start to see that calendar fill up with more and more activities. So for now, that's what's there. I'm sure that there'll be more added later on and go from there. But that helps you with your planning of your itinerary if you're coming to Ghana and there's things you want to do and you kind of get an idea of the things that are happening. But letting you know that this is a calendar that is endorsed by the government. And so when it's endorsed by the government, it means that they vetted these people, they vetted the event organizers, that they're legitimate event organizers, because there is a rigorous process that they have to interview everyone with questionnaires and stuff to figure out, if you're a legitimate business person, if you're a legitimate event organizer, so that there's no, there's no fake flakiness that happens. So these are the events that are endorsed by the government because they have vetted these people. There are lots of other events that happen in Ghana in December that are not endorsed by the government. They're independent, but all these events are independent organizers, but they've simply been vetted and endorsed by the government of the Ghana Tourism Authority, Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, Diaspora Affairs, Office of President, International Affairs Office at Ghana Tourism Authority have all come together, and the Black Star Experience for this particular calendar of events. So yes. And make sure that you plan well. Plan ahead of time. Know that in Ghana, December, as I said earlier, it's very busy. The roads are busy. Uber prices will be on a surge price, so the prices will be a little bit higher. But for those of you coming with your dollars, you might still think it's cheap. So, for example, a fare that might normally be 100 Ghana cedis, which is like $10, going from point A to point B, in December, it might be 200 Ghana cedis. For you coming from the States, that's $20. You'll still be like, it's cheap going wherever you're going. But for somebody who lives in Ghana, it's going to be like, what? This is crazy. So, yeah. So just prepare for that. There'll be a lot of people, a lot of activity. And so just also a note is there has been an increase. There has been an increase in phone theft. So be careful with your phone. In my neighborhood, I was buying a shawarma at a restaurant. It's an outdoor restaurant. And then all of a sudden I heard some people shouting and screaming, like the trees behind the restaurant. People were shouting and screaming like, hey, they stole the phone. So it's like literally, I've seen videos like that happening in London as well. London, England has a lot of theft happening with phones. Like somebody could be standing on the side of the road and they're like this in London, they're like this, and then a motorbike comes by and the guy takes the phone. I've seen lots of videos like that in London. That is starting to happen here in Ghana. So if you're just standing there, you're not aware of your surroundings and you're loosely holding your phone and someone's on a motorbike and they spot that you're not aware, they may come by and zip and then shoot, your phone is gone. That's what happened to the guy in my area. He was standing there and somebody on a motorbike just snatched it and drove off. So if you're holding, so what I do is if I have to hold my phone when I'm out, I tend to do this. I'll be like this, holding my phone. So it's like I've got two hands holding my phone so that it's a bit more secure than just kind of casually being like this, because this kind of puts you at risk. But put both hands to hold it so that you have a better firm grip on your phone. Also, if you're at an outdoor restaurant, don't just leave your phone sitting on the table, because like just sitting on the table in front of you, just like that while you're talking, having conversations, because that's another way that some of those people steal phones. That's how my phone got stolen in 2020. January or February 2020. I had a meeting. My phone was in my bag the whole time. I took it out, looked at a message, put it on the table, and some guy came and snatched it off the table. And I was trying to grab it from him, but he'd already snatched it. And then I was running and chasing him. He jumped on a motorbike and zipped away. That was February 2020. My phone got stolen. So I always advise people, if you're on an outdoor patio, because I was on an outdoor patio and I was at the table, and literally it's like, it's outdoors, anybody can just be coming in, so be careful with your phone because anything can happen. Anything can happen. Yeah. Let me see what's here. And Wisdom says, Miss Ivy, what are you eating for dinner tonight? Because I would love to invite you for some garden egg stew with yam. I don't know what I'm eating. Actually, I think I have some leftover rice and chicken. I don't even want to eat it because I'm tired of rice. I had decided I wasn't eating any more rice, but someone made me some rice as a gift. People give food as a gift sometimes. So one of my neighbors gave me food because she appreciated something I did for her. So she gave me some food the other day. So I have the leftover in the fridge. So I'm probably just going to have that. Although I love garden egg stew. Yes, indeed. It's happening in Europe as well, including the States. Yeah, people are stealing phones all around the world. They really are. Voice Matter says, so exciting. I'm here and can't wait to meet you. Your videos help me I'm here from Ontario. Are you in Ontario, Canada? Or are you in Ontario, California? Because I know there's an Ontario in California. Which one are you in? Let's see. Kwame says, hi, Ivy. How are you? Cannot keep with you. Hi, everyone. Yes. Kwame, thank you for joining. I have been going hard on my YouTube channel, going hard. So my friend, Wodemaya, there was a conversation I had with him a long time ago, and he had told me about, pushing and doing more. And so I made the commitment. I'm like, I'm pushing, I'm doing more. I'm on here like every day. I'm coming on YouTube every day, whether I'm live or whether I have an edited video or some short video. I'm going to be up here every single day. Every single day. Zongo Native says, was your phone still at night? No, it was in the afternoon. It was like 2:00 in the afternoon, bright sun out. When I was running after the guy and yelling for people to help me, he stole my phone. Everybody was just watching me. They were like this watching while this tall 6'1" woman is running in high heels, chasing this guy. They were watching me. I was shocked because I know that in Ghana, a lot of times there's this herd mentality that if someone does something bad or steals, people will be like thief and be chasing them and do beatdowns. There's mob beatdowns when someone commits a crime. But I was in East Legon. I was in East Legon, the upscale neighborhood in Ghana, and people there are not. They're not going to do stuff like that. The way if it was in Nima, if it was in the hood, if it was in Nima, those people would have got down, and they would have helped me catch the guy. It would have helped me catch the guy. So yeah, it was in the middle of the afternoon when it happened. That was 2020. That was February 2020. And I lost a lot of content that day because I had filmed a lot of stuff on my phone literally a couple of hours before that I hadn't downloaded or backed up yet to my Google Drive. And so it was all gone. Lots of stuff gone, but it is what it is. Wow, salute to your neighbors for being good to you as a community. Yeah, I have a good community. I do have a good community. This phone issue is all around the world. It is. It's all around the world. All around the world. Voice Matter says Canuck. So Canada. Yes. But you're in Accra at the moment. I hope you're enjoying yourself in Accra until February. That's awesome. Salute, Miss Prosper, for the consistency. Thank you. It's not easy. It is not easy. I tell you, it is not easy at all. At all. I'm starting to feel hot. Get excited and I start to get hot. The heat is actually coming back in Ghana. It's like we had the rainy season, but it's still been raining on and off a lot lately. But the heat is coming back. The heat is coming back. The heat is coming back. And prepare for the heat in December, because December, that month of heat is brutal. Brutal. The reason why thieves are able to do anything is because of the lack of the community interference. Yeah, for sure. If that was Nima, it would have gone down for sure. Yes, if it was Nima, people would have been helping me. Those people watching may be on it as well. You never know. You never know. That's true. That is true. So yeah, this has been a good live. It is 8:12 here in Ghana. I've been on for, I think, it'll be 2 hours and 15, so an hour and 45 minutes I've been on. So thank you so much, everybody who's been on here. As you can see, I have this here. This is a QR code, which is my PayPal. You can support the work that I'm doing here, supporting, all the things that I'm trying to do to promote Ghana and promote Africa. I'm trying to save up so I want to get my own equipment, because I've been renting equipment when I do stuff and it gets pretty expensive. And so I want to get my own equipment, and I want to be able to travel. Yeah, ideally the dream is to have 3 cameras, to have more microphones, boom mic, have a Zoom recorder, which is a special sound mixing recorder. And then I need more hard drives. I need more hard drives to store all my content, because it's like it adds up. And yeah, I need that's what I need. So that's the dream. That's the dream. And trying to bring you as many stories as possible. So yeah, I want to thank everybody who's here. And I want to remind you that I have a membership community that I do members only live, members only content that I'm sharing with members only. I did a commercial. I filmed a commercial. I got hired to film a commercial for a juice company. And hey, he said, thank you. I'm pointing in the wrong direction. Am I pointing in the wrong direction? I was pointing here. Is it the wrong direction? Am I pointing in the wrong direction? Is it showing up on the wrong side? Yeah, it's here. But you know what? For me, it's showing over here. But then for you, okay. All right. There it is. It's really weird because this live stream, it's actually, when I'm looking at it, it's over here. But thank you for pointing that out to me, Fred, that you guys see it over here on the screen. Thank you. Thank you. It's right there. The QR code for supporting me on PayPal. So yeah, so you can join my memberships where I share other content that I don't share to everyone. And yeah, it's like, and sometimes I get a little bit more vulnerable. I just did a short live before coming on talking about that, how exhausted I am. So anyway, I do some short videos and stuff. So anyway, I was saying I did a commercial. I did a commercial recently, and I shared my behind the scenes video from the commercial in my members only community. So there's like a behind the scenes video when we were filming the commercial last week for this particular locally made cocoa juice. It was a lot of fun. So So yeah, I hope that you get a chance to see that if you join the community. If you do, great. If you're not able to join community, I understand. You can also simply support by subscribing. If you've not subscribed yet, you can like the video. You can share the video, share all the content that I share. And then you can support through PayPal. You can support through Zelle. I do have Zelle if you don't use PayPal. So my Zelle is through the email info@ivyprosper.com. You can Zelle me there, and you can support there if you like. I know if you can, you don't. This isn't by force. I'm just sharing the information, and yeah. So let me find the membership link so that I can share the membership link with you as well. For those of you who are here, if you do want to support through joining the member community, because you get to see some of the content I share that I don't share on the main platform. So here is the link for memberships that I've just posted in the comments. Wisdom says, congrats on your commercial. Yeah, thank you. So I want to share the story of how this happened. It's like, and it's an example of when I tell content creators, I tell young people who are creating content who sometimes get discouraged about things, that sometimes the things that you do, people are watching. So this particular company, they were at an event. They had a booth with their juice. They were sampling for people. And I went to get a sample and I was like, I already know your juice. I already like your juice, but I'm going to drink a sample. So I drank a sample and I loved it. And I said it again. And then I pretended I was doing a commercial. I actually picked up their box and I was like, you can try this. And I literally did a whole commercial and I finished. And then I edited it and I posted it on my Instagram page. And they were like, wow, the people working the booth were like, wow, that was like a real commercial. Oh my goodness. And I was, yes. And I said, you guys should be paying me for what I did. And I said it as a joke. And then months later, because this was like probably 6 months ago, I get a call from a friend who happens to be consulting with a company. And he was saying they were at a meeting. And then someone brought my name up. They said they saw the video I did. And they were like, she obviously loves the product. So why don't we have her in the commercial? And so I got the call and then I did the commercial. So I was like, that's so funny that they saw the commercial that I did on my Instagram. And then they called me to do their commercial. So that was good. Yeah. Thank you so much, Lila, sir. I hope I said your name right. Thank you so much for the compliments on my content. I appreciate you. Wisdom says, what kind of juice was it, Miss Ivy? It's juice made from the cocoa fruit. So the cocoa bean, for those of you who don't know, cocoa is the bean that's used to make chocolate. And so the cocoa bean, usually they discard the white part of the cocoa bean. It is commonly just discarded. Now, they discard it and they use the brown inside, which is, what's used for the chocolate. But they use the white part to make their juice. I'm going to show you a picture of it for some people, because some people may not have seen it before. So let me show you a picture of what this looks like. The cocoa bean, inside the cocoa bean is white. And so inside this cocoa bean is white. But when you peel away that white, inside is the brown that is used to make chocolate bars. But the outside white is the fruit, and it's sweet. And they usually just throw it in the garbage. And it's like, so they actually peel that white, use the white part to make their juice. And then the brown part, the brown bean, is what's used to make chocolate. So the juice is good. It is naturally sweet. There are no sugars added. There are no additives and no preservatives. The juice is really good and refreshing and full of nutrients. And so that is what the juice is. And So this is their website, and this is the juice. So there's the pure cocoa fruit. There's the one that was they call the energized. There's the one with ginger in it, and then there's the plain one. Let me see if I can find it. But they have a farm in Ghana Central region. So here it is, the fruit from the cocoa. So the brown part is the part that's used to make the chocolate, and the white part used to make their juice. So that's the cocoa pure juice on the left in the orange box. The one that I did the commercial for recently is that one. So it's really good, actually. It's really good. It's very nutritious. Yep, wisdom. You said must be nutritional nourishment. It is very good. You said cocoa bean juice is my first time learning about this, and thank you. You are most welcome. Yeah, it's really good. And then Zongonede says, Ivy, we grew up eating cocoa fruit. Yes, I've eaten cocoa fruit before. My mom's family has mom's family does cocoa farming. I have family members on my mother's side that does cocoa farming, and so I had about 12 years ago. Actually, might be 13 years ago. 13 years ago, went to. So I actually posted this video on YouTube, but it's actually unlisted. And I would love to make it a listed video, but the problem with YouTube is when you have a video that's unlisted, once you make it public, it changes the date of the video. And this video was uploaded 13 years ago. I don't want to make it public and then it changes to make it like I just loaded it today when I didn't just load it today. So let me just share this video with you. The funny thing about this video, I'm gonna share it here. The funny thing about this video, I'm eating a cocoa fruit for the first time, and I gave the camera to my mom. My mom is not a videographer. My mom is not tech savvy at all. Love my mom, but she's not tech savvy. So I gave her the camera, and her only job was to record me. And yeah, her only job was to record me. So let me just play what happened when she recorded me. I'm so blurry.
I'm from a Tantanoma drive. Into drive. You need this sun by about 1 week or two.
Fresh
on the sun.
cocoa beans
Yeah.
picked from the tree that we are sitting underneath. And you said they ferment? No.
Yeah. So when you're ready, say now. Farmers picking out from the trees, no more open.
Oh, there's my mom.
I separate, because they made the honor work. And you want more. She sent me a pit. Body apple, no, that put through inside in a way.
And creme as I eat it. Are you pointing at me?
Because
I'm so blurry. My mom is like,
who guy be
what guy?
She's filming me, and it's so
left
blurry.
side,
It was so funny.
Okay, I'm going to eat the bean. Yes, I'm going to eat the cocoa bean.
Okay.
The cocoa bean that was picked from the tree that I'm sitting underneath. And this is the same thing that they use to make chocolate.
This is fresh one. Oh, yeah, fresh.
Yeah, so that was me
the skin.
back in 2012. This was 2012.
Hey, bitter. Because cocoa bean is bitter. I don't know money here cocoa no dry and
purple.
Yeah, a dry, a purple.
Okay, so I just chewed it.
So that was me in 2012, all blurry because my mom filmed it so blurry. Then I came back talking about it because my mom was so
eat the inside of this. I sucked it and then I chewed on it. Well, I chewed on it first, which wasn't.
Yeah, so that was done on a camera, a small, small little handheld cameras. Back in 2012, I was making content about Ghana in 2012, but I wasn't doing it as like a content creator. I was doing videos to share with friends and family who wanted to know what Ghana looked like. I would upload it at the time as an unlisted link. I didn't upload it as a public link because the whole goal was I was just sharing it with friends and family, not for the whole world. Now I wish I would have made it public because I didn't realize that people would be interested in Ghana stuff now. So it's one of my unlisted videos. I have a lot of unlisted videos on my channel that people don't see because it's not public. Let's see. Wisdom says, salute to your mother, Miss Ivy Prosper. Thank you. You were actually chewing the seed. Yes, I know. I was supposed to suck the outside to get the fruit, but I just started chewing. And then I got into the bitter seed, which is the cocoa part, which is the part used for the cocoa bean used for chocolate. So yeah, and Wisdom said that's one of the sweetest fruits. Yes, it is a very sweet fruit. So the juice is sweet and like naturally sweet. There's no sugar added or anything. It's natural sugar from the fruit itself. So it's a pretty revolutionary thing that people haven't been doing. They've been discarding. So I'm sure now that this company's doing it, there's going to be a lot more who probably follow the lead and do this as well. So yeah, so I did a commercial for a company that's making juice from the cocoa fruit. Yeah. So thank you everybody for being here today. I am going to edit a video. Once I get off, I'm going to eat something quickly, and then I'm going to edit video because I want to get an edited video out for you for tomorrow. As I said, I'm going hard. I am going hard. I'm like coming in like a boxer, like boom, 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 coming in with the videos for you. And it's hard to do this as you get older because I'm not a spring chicken. I'm not a 20-year-old who's like got all this energy. You know, I'm an older woman trying to do this. I'm an older woman trying to do this and build. So yeah. Anyway, thank you everybody. I appreciate you all for being here. And I, as I said, that link for the events calendar, I dropped it in the comment section. If you're watching this as a replay, it will be pinned at the top of comments and in the video description. Once again, my name is Ivy Prosper, telling stories from Africa and the African diaspora. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time.